Peace of salute, all praise to the Creator. Thank you, Holy Father, for another day. We out here banging on the beast, man. Out here banging on the beast, man. Yesterday, uh we did a build on B.E.T, man. Found out that B.E.T wasn't even owned by black people, man. Ain't that a bitch? I mean, a lot of people already knew that. Evidently, the guy who owned B.E.T when it was Black Entertainment sold it back in 2007 for $2.3 billion. And so since 2007, it's been owned by this family called the Redstone family, and we're going to look them up today. But man, it's like, look, man, at the end of the day, I feel like Lauryn Hill, you know what I'm saying, cast a spell on everybody. Like this complacent spell that the people who's getting fed is casting, is putting down for others to be victims of, man. It's terrible. It's terrible, man. It's like they selfish, and so they're not going to change the goddamn thing. They're not going to do none but what they already been doing. And so, damn, even people like Lauryn Hill can't be trusted, man. We're going to look at these players in the game. You know what I'm saying? They all connected somehow. They is all connected. So what is Black Entertainment? What is it really? Black Entertainment? Are we going, is people going to make that shit okay? Like, we should boycott Black Entertainment. B.E.T. We should boycott that shit, man. Putting out there Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, Lotto, Sexy Red, Young Miami. I mean, the list could go on. I could just name all the prostitutes and sluts. And they made it like that's our culture. No, the fuck it ain't. That's what these racist ass foreigners want our culture to be. Because they just trying to get some pussy. They just trying to get some pussy in the back. You know, Jerry Springer was getting head from all type of poor ass individuals on his show in the back, allegedly. These are all allegations. These are all allegations. But let's start with some shit y'all ain't ready for, man. Just so that people know that there might be something else going on around these parts. Let them know. Let them know. That's his daddy. Did y'all see Pharrell Williams talk about his pops? Yeah, that's his pops, huh? Allegedly. That's his pops, dog. If you look up Pharrell Williams and Clive Davis, you'll see so many pictures of them together. But you ain't never heard or seen them like talk about each other. They just together. Shit, Pharrell Williams might be a Whitney Houston love child. I don't know. I don't know who the fuck his people is. But I bet you that's his pops. He going to hell. And so these people you see on the screen had a monopoly, had a successful control over so-called Black entertainment. This is Black entertainment. You got Jerry Springer in the middle. Jerry Springer in the middle, daytime talk show before reality TV became a thing. Jerry Springer saw that viewings amongst poor and the urbanites rose because they be at home selling drugs and, you know what I mean, selling their bodies and shit, living on food stamps, according to most of these people. So they at home during the time Jerry Springer on, Jerry Springer views go up. Jerry Springer put more ghetto shit on his show. It used to be where it was a rare occasion when somebody fought on Jerry Springer or tried to fight somebody, right? And then it got to the point where people would go on the show and they would like intend on fighting somebody for sure. They're going to beat their ass on camera and they're going to put it on camera, right? Then it got to the point where the damn bodyguards who break up the fights got famous. Then it came to the point where they start putting a fighting bell. And so when people started to fight, it'd be like Jerry Springer be in the audience safe. Like, so did you not go to work that day? Or what did you go to work that day? Then they start fighting and ding, 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 they start fighting. Now, after that became successful and viewing rose up, they just said ding, ding, ding as soon as they got in the motherfucking on the panel. Soon as you didn't even know the story. As soon as they hit the panel and seen each other, it was a fight. Ding, ding, ding. And so it was a bunch of hood rats and ghetto ass, poor trailer trash people that go to Jerry Springer for their 15 minutes of fame, selling their soul, getting trains ran on them in the back. Jerry Springer probably got hella kids off bitches he met on his show, man. And then Dave Wilkos started a show. He was the bodyguard. Has Dave Wilkos learned the game? Dave Wilkos learned the game. God damn it. I ain't think about Dave Wilkos, huh? Is that his name, Dave? Steve, my bad, Steve. See, your ass was over there watching that shit. Steve Wilkos. That meatball, the blue eye. He seemed like a cool white guy, a cool white cop. You know, we're going to take you in anyway, but it was a good conversation with you, Steve. He's still going to arrest you, but he's going to be cool as fuck arresting you, right? Like, you know them cops, you ever seen them cops? They want to be cool with you and shit. Your life is on the fucking line. And this motherfucker just trying to chill. Hate you, motherfucker. Hey, listen, man, this is an anti-hate channel. We got to find where we love at. We used to love watching this type of shit. Steve Wilkos went up there, whole Palladium, a whole cue ball. This man looked like a dumpling. And this man looked like a dumpling in some unseasoned chicken broth. This man looked like a milk dumpling. This man looked like the sun would kick him in his ass. Strictly. You know what I mean? Like, it's a wrap with him, son. He hates sunlight. But he seemed to be cool, man. I don't know why he seemed to be cool. And why we like Steve, man? Why we like Steve? Steve wasn't racist. Steve was the definition of someone as a white man that stood up for what was real. Like, he was a real, like Steve Wilkos for president, man. Shit, fuck it. If we can't, I mean, if we gotta pick a white Palladian rate descendant, then it might as well be Steve Wilkos, man. Steve Wilkos was the best ever, wasn't he? This man threatened pedophiles. He's had serious shows, didn't he? Like, Steve Wilkos was like, man, I wish I could just rip your head off right now. You know what I mean? Shit like that. Steve Wilkos had the scumbags. He was like a CEO and shit. He was like a security guard upgrade. Like, man, Steve in front of a piece of shit. Shout out to Steve Wilkos, man. I hope he ain't a racist scumbag. Is he MAGA? Let's go find out. Computer. Is Steve Wilkos a MAGA supporter?
Steve Wilkos is a TV host known for his own show, not a political supporter. Did you have a specific cause or figure in mind?
No, I just wanted to know, what has he done in 2025?
Steve Wilkos has been hosting his talk show in 2025. The show is currently airing its 19th season with new episodes scheduled through September 2026.
Oh, shit. He still make a show, y'all. Maybe we should get Steve Wilkos on the show. It turned out that he was a Marine. Okay, so salutes and respects to him. So already he's a good guy, right? Because Marines usually aren't the scumbags in society. Marines is some stand-up people,
Absolutely.
man.
Steve Wilkos served 7
Computer.
years as a
Computer, go off. And so he got out of the Marines. 2 years later, he became a police officer. So he was that guy. Steve Wilkos was that cool cop. Well, see, I don't know. He know how to talk cool as a cop. So Steve Wilkos been on the beat. Where he was at? Chicago. And then he became the director of security for the Jerry Springer Show from 1994 to 2007. And he still got a show going on. Steve Wilkos, man. You know what I mean? He a good guy, maybe. I don't know. I don't want to be throwed, man. I wouldn't put him in the same category as these other people. I don't know. I don't see it. So anybody watch Steve Wilkos, let me know, man. Should Steve Wilkos be up here? Because we got to burn the fire, man. We got to filter these people out. At the end of the day, right, we already know Clive Davis was sitting there seducing women, right? He got Jennifer Hudson on his side. He got Whitney Houston on his side. And I know people be like, oh, it's just a picturesque, squid. But nah, chill. Let me finish. Because this is some shit that's tantamount to the reason why there should be no more excuses. They literally just, listen, they literally just gave the BET award show to a so-called quote-unquote YN. And so, listen, man, we got to jump out of it to the point with the Redstone family. The Redstone family owned BET from 2007 to 2005. So they just dished the ball off to Viacom. So they made money off that shit, right? They got it out the black man hands, and then they dribbled the ball and then dished that shit out. And we got to understand that this is what they doing. This is what they doing. This is how they do to people, right? This is how they do to people, man. They wild, son. They'll take that shit out your hand, snatch it, give you $1 billion, say shut up. Snatch it, and then do what? And then what? And then pass that shit on. You want some of this black money? You want to run this black company for us for a couple minutes? Yeah, we'll let you get it for the I'll let you take the whole BET for like 300 million. On some shit like that. Like, that's how they talk amongst themselves, man. That's how they talk amongst themselves. Like, hey, get it out this black man hands, man. This man Johnson, the fuck? Johnson probably, what was Johnson thinking? Original owner of the BET network. He sold that shit to some white people, dog. What a fucking idiot for the billions. He ain't never seen $1 billion. He probably was thinking he was the first black man with $1 billion. He was like, man, I'll take that $1 billion. Oh, 2.3 billion. Man, he said, man, this is what he said, right? This is what they did. This is how they do it to him, right? They say, look, let us buy BET. It's old. You need something new. You need something, you know what I mean? You take this $2.3 billion, get a whole nother channel. Right? Take this $2.3 billion, get a whole nother channel for like 700 million. Right? Keep the billion and some change. And then all you got to do is transfer your one company to the next. That's it. It's easy, yo, Johnson. It's easy, son. Whatever his name is. No whole shit about it. BET founder, Robert L. Johnson. And so guess what happened, right? They gave him the money. And then they made sure that nobody's going buy his channel and put it on. He could buy his own channel. He can do all that he want to do. But ain't nobody going to say, yeah, we're going to put that shit up. Nobody. And that's how he fell for the okie doke, or he just got the fuck up out of it. What's up with that, though? Like, how you do that? You just say, all right, yeah, I'm out. B.E.T. 2.3 billion. Yeah. I'm good. 2.3 bill, Will. Never seen it. Never had it before. Right? He ain't never had it before. Wait. He ain't never had. Wait. He ain't never have a 2 point. He ain't never have a billion, let alone 2. He thought he was going to get 300 million for it, and they gave him 2.3 billion for it. And that's, we're going to look at that. That's why we got bullshit. That's why we got Druski as the host. Like, we ain't got no pride, no dick. You know why? Because it ain't us. It ain't us. It's goddamn the Jerry Springer show putting up B.E.T, man. Look, that's Robert Johnson. He done sold. This is literal sold. He done sold the fuck out, boy. Like, sold out. How much? $2.3 billion. Pocket all right. Meanwhile, we talking about, hey, remember back in the day and they had video sold? When you remember back in the day, that's the only way you knew about the music that was playing, right? Unless it was the radio. It was the radio and video sold. That's it. You ain't had no other way to know that there was music out there in the world, right? Music for you, because they had country channel. That shit was country. And so it was like the country channel, and then the B.E.T, that was like the black channel. You had the white channel, the black channel. And then you had Harmony, you had alternative music channel. You had VH1. VH1 was the soft, not racist, like MTV was. Like MTV, they put their whole channel based around white people music. And it wasn't until they had got flack from the audience or people that say that, look, you ain't showing this black people shit. And they had created a segment for black music, and that was called Yo MTV Raps. And so B.E.T had Rap City, right? And so it was like the segment in which these people get interviewed, you know, and they showed just nothing but hip hop, so to speak, hip hop shit. And so they would have a longer show on a certain day of the week, and that's why it's like TV Guide days. You had it where you see the programs as they're in their blocks, and you could look into the future and know that the radio frequencies that are in the sky is attuned, right, to your knowledge, and this is how people get to the Akashic records, right? And so it's like we could look into a magazine and we could see what's going to be on TV all the way until next Saturday night. You know what I'm saying? And so that gave us from like almost a Sunday to Sunday outlook in which, you know, it was like we could count on these frequencies being in the air. And then if you didn't know what the movie was or show was, you could go in the back and they had a glossary of everything. Like, you know what I mean? A glossary of everything. So you would know everything that's printed on there, what it is, description of the show, description of the movie. And that's, you know what I mean? That people had peace back then more so, because nowadays it's like they said skip the programming knowledge. We just gonna program. And so then they got it to where people program themselves with the bullshit because they ain't nothing but bullshit content, mostly, right? And so years of bullshit content gave us what? YNs, which is what? Young ninjas, which is what? Assassins, which is what? Killers. And so the males become killers, and there's you know, associated with trying to look like a plug or a drug dealer, which is really plugged into the system of the prisons because there's gang brotherhood fraternities and all that bullshit. And so that whole concept of a mob or a group of people and they not revolutionary is just stupid. And they do probably give a revolutionary like pretense, but after all, they still working for Ukrainian Jews that have a monopoly on certain things for the most part. Because if you want to just say Ukraine is all of Russia, then anything you get from like the Caucasus Mountains on that bank, on that hard right, is Ukrainian. And so you got them people out there, they call themselves Jews. That's what they call themselves. They said, yo, pay for these Ukrainian Jews to return back to America back in the day. They used to run commercials talking about, yo, send these Jews back home. They stuck in Russia. And so just like they have with, help these dogs and these trees and these people out type commercials and stuff, they had it like help send 15 cents and help these Jews get back to their homeland in Israel. And that shit was a regular thing. So it's like, look, they was doing that push. It was like, we need to put a lot more, much people over there as possible, right? So we can get ourselves a little city over there is what they was thinking to themselves. I guess, because they ain't repatriate nobody else. They still was taxing the shit out of people they was calling African Americans. But I wouldn't be surprised if Trump say that he going to provide a way that people could go back over there. And so if people, if you work it out with one of them countries, see, as soon as he show his cards, man, people gonna know what he up to. And the UN and that South Africa and shit is really too close. And so if America ever tried to say, look, we trying to send the African Americans back over to Africa, they gonna sound the alarm. It's gonna make white Americans look terrible, and then it's gonna be discontent in the streets because of a scumbag pedophile. And when we look at these people, man, I don't know what they going through, but I don't trust none of them. Robert L. Johnson sold his company to a white company for money that he didn't think he was going to make, $2 billion in 20 years. It is where I don't know about Brian Allen, but Shaq, he got divorced because of his ways and he unhappy. And Tyler Perry living with his stepfather, who he said molested him as a child. So he weird. The motherfucker could go out there and drag on a regular basis, asking up Atlanta. And now you got people out in Atlanta looking like goddamn bearded women. And that's because what? Because of these occult bastards to want to build pyramids and act like they Amun-Ra and shit while they want to just touch kids, creating a pipeline from Atlanta to New York City with Bam Bada's bullshit hip hop nonsense that he had going on with whoever was running the city. And so what Hassan Campbell ain't saying really is that shit. He probably a product of that shit because he looked like his genetics is so fucked that it's like he you know what I mean? Like he just a blob of bullshit out there, you know what I mean? Being a part of a pedophilic ring that they doing business with Europeans. Why would anybody say it's some black shit and be black owned and be black power proud about that? Ain't nothing to be prideful about that. That's why KRS-One ain't never make it to nowhere. Has he always been like how he always been? Because he constantly thinking about penis. And when them people is in their cult, it's a ritual for them to acknowledge a penis and acknowledge semen of another man, acknowledge something that's just off and worldly. It's just like they got to do it, and they're going to pay for it. They're going to pay their dues, and they all submissions to Satan because they're rejecting Christ, they're rejecting the Bible, the scriptures, they rejecting God, doing their things that they do. Come on, man. How these people going to call themselves Freemasons talking about they the Lion of Judah? In the damn Freemason ritual, they be like in the name of Lion of Judah and all that. This shit make you want to just slap their whole eardrums together. Because they parasites, they goddamn vampire. I don't care who they children is, right? The fallen angel's whole purpose was to come down and mix with women because they saw that they was badder than the shit they was used to. Now look at this shit. Look, that's a direct result of some fallen angel shit. That's what it looked like. They wanted to come down here and put their own seeds out and put them up so that they run the world and they run the thing. And original man had to suffer dealing with these bastards, these little clowns out here making money off something black. That shit is crazy. That shit is crazy. All black and poor people. Then the poor white people suffer because they don't care about them either. They don't care about their ass either. So here go the people that own BET, man, from 2007 to 2005. They look like I don't know, son. That's the whole. I never heard of them. Never. I ain't never heard of them until yesterday. Never. The Redstone family. I never heard of no shit like that. The Rothschilds is also a word meaning red, right? And so the Edomites, they call themselves that because Esau was red and hairy. So, anyways, here's go a better look at them. People you might, like me, never seen before. You know what I'm saying? It looked like they got the little yarmulke on the back of their shit, but they don't. So that means they wear that shit so much that you can see it in their hairstyle, their hair coming forward and shit. Like if we pull up Trump's family and shit, the motherfuckers' hair slick back, but they wear that little yarmulke on the back of it. It looked like they got it on. Even this one right here, his head, the back of his head is totally obscure, not seen by me, and it still look just looking frontward onto his face that he wear one of them shits. You know what I mean? So they the Redstones. Look how he's sitting there at the stars, son, like he the king of that shit. The Redstones. Never heard of them, never seen them. Don't know who they is, but they they being exposed now. They the ones that offered this man $2.3 billion for BET. So let's say he the Carl Weathers of Prince Hall Freemason, right? Let's say he the one, right? Let's say he the one, right? And he came up, he the male version of Sophia Stewart. He came up and he created BET, man. You sure to know that every black household in America, or mostly every to BET. You know, at least that. Not counting people that's subscribed to it anyways, right? Like, yeah, you know what I mean? You want to keep BET? Yeah. Are you going in with somebody's house and shit, and then you see selective channels and shit? Like when you cable's supposed to be free. Like we supposed to be able to create a movie list, like we create a musical playlist, you know, and we would have to we have to like continue to detach from people choosing for us, because a lot of times we don't know what's going on, and that's part of watching TV is because it ain't got shit to do with you. You know, you just watching something on TV, like you might, you know what I mean? I kind of feel that, you know what I mean? I kind of think that it's an interesting topic with TV. You can create a playlist, but thinking about it now, it would just be like a go-to. Like you'll put your favorite joints in a damn folder. What's up, Royal Loyal? Peace, Queen. Salutes to you, man. What's good? She say it's been a whole diabolical plot for anyone who seeks fame. For anybody that seeks fame. It's a plot. Shit, diabolical, dog. It is connected to it's connected to people that don't want you to have shit. but they there when you got it, and they want to control your experience. So even if this guy was with it, he still wouldn't get the credit of being like an original person. He still is adding on to things that's going to make people unhappy. You know what I mean? He gonna make the people unhappy doing a move like that. Why he ain't consult with the world and said, "Look, the BET should be sold to the REDSTONES." Like, what's going on here? Did the REDSTONES pull up and was like, "Look, give that shit to us, or else"? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the background story? You know what I'm saying? What's the background story to them people, man? Where it's like, all right, we got B.E.T. Oh, we don't got B.E.T. We want B.E.T. For what? What? So that it could control the reason why we got Cardi B out here. The reason why we got all these female sluts. Like, that's our mute. Like, we will listen to that shit out here. I mean, you got people that's really looking like a man, just like Lil Nas X, looking like a straight male and be all the way gay on some demonic fruity possession shit. Cardi B. I heard Cardi B was all that shit. That's what a joke. What a joke. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Peace and salutes. Peace and salutes. So, I gotta be careful with talking about the fact that Druski is actually funny, because humor is a part of one of the most deadliest orders of secret society. The jester, the order of the jester. The order of the jester is connected to the assassin orders, if you will. And they've used many different methods of assassin. They include blackmail, which would kill the character, aka the identity of a person. So it's like, an extreme threat, right? This is the order of. I talked about that a couple videos ago. So the process is that they would try to press, I guess is the proper term. Like, the way them people press people is uniquely like white supremacy, white power on some old gang shit. And they're waiting for black people to stick their head up amongst the economy and be a star, and they're gonna try to swoop on top of it. They're gonna try to, like, you know what I mean? Obviously, evidently, that's what they did. Obviously, evidently, that's what they did. They went in, $2 billion ain't nothing to these people. $2.3 billion. They got the money up, paid them. to build this shit over with, man. That's stupid. I think it is. But when you look at that, and then you look at all the other shit, that's supposed to be DJ Vlad at the bottom. When you look at all the other stuff, right? It's like, wait a minute, man. B.E.T. What? Black Entertainment. Black Entertainment. Black Entertainment, man. You see that? Black Entertainment. It's like that's who this we've been seeing versions of Black Entertainment. Is that what the hell is that? Let me read who the Redstone family is. It says the Redstone family is a prominent American media dynasty best known for controlling Paramount Global, formerly Viacom CBS. Oh, they gave it back to themselves then, and shaping the modern entertainment industry. What? Hey, listen. This is wild. So they gave it to themselves. They sold it to themselves because it says that the Redstone family had it. And then it was taken up recently in 2005 as Viacom had it. But they got it now where it says here that Redstone family controls Paramount Global when that used to be called Viacom. So they still own it. And I got to change. Yeah, I didn't. All right, good. I made a title that was safe in this situation. Because at first, the way that the computer told me was that, no, computer, I didn't call you, was that that the Redstones had it, but they ain't have it no more. And I was under that understanding. And so I still chose to work this Redstone connection, regardless about Viacom. We'll get into that later. Was my thinking, right? We'll get to that, but we won't go. And it says here that Viacom is owned by them anyways. They say that the Redstone family traces its roots to Boston, Massachusetts. What a racist place that is. And it's a place to Aboriginal Americans as Arcadia in that area, that northeast area, whereas Vermont and Vermont, I don't even know. What the fuck is up there? Sunshine, what's up, Queen? Salutes to you. Royal Lawyer said B.E.T was supposed to be for all blacks, but all whites own it. Makes sense. All right, what the hell's going on? So Sumner Murray Redstone, born Rothstein. You know what? What? Look, this is what it say. I kid you not. This is what it say, yo. This is crazy. Joe changed his name. Man. Redstone. You know what I'm saying? See that? Rothschild. Rothstein. Red. So a steen is a stone. So when you see any steens, those are stones. And we could decode that by looking at what his name used to be. And so now what we see in this is that these people from Ukraine, these people that claim to be Jews, who most likely are the synagogue of Satan, the ones involved in the industry, those, they have an accent on word. They have a whole nother way of speaking English. Redstone and Rothstein is the same thing. And so in what language is red, Roth, and Stein is stone? Computer, what's the etymology of STEIN in a name?
Stein comes from German, meaning stone or rock. It's like having a boulder for a last name.
So it's German. Stein.
Yep, Stein is definitely German. Comes from the Middle High German word meaning stone or rock.
So thank you. Thank you. Go off.
You got it. Catch you later.
So a German gene. This is proof the Nazis was Jews, y'all. Because Jews are the synagogue of Satan. Jewish people are whom they're hiding amongst. That's what, these are people that are subject to their environment. They are just babies born in a system. You know what I'm saying? And they groom and indoctrinate the shit that we out here saying, oh, look at what they doing to these kids, stars and child stars and these people in Hollywood and all this other shit. Like that's a part of their culture. Because they got all type of things that they're cool with when they fuck with the Talmud. And that's where you get people deviating from being a Jewish student of the Torah to becoming now you're an occultist. Once you start to incorporate Talmudic concepts, then it's tainted. And so many historical philosophers from out Jewish people had spoken with keeping the Talmud as a part of their sacred text that you can't really listen to nobody. They would have to, if you see anybody, they would have to be a Jewish person with Christ. They can't call themselves a Jew. Jew is a derogatory that means a Satanist. And so the way they're using it is crazy because they kind of want people to be confused. They want to mix it all in and say, if you're against Jews, you're anti-Semitic. But the truth of the matter is Jews are against Jewish people. And anti-Semitic means you're anti-African. So they need to go ahead and get their shit together because they ain't fucking with the squid eye. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, we exposing they dumbass. They the Rothschilds or they the Rothstones. And so they from Germany. They got bread. If the Nazis didn't want the Jews there, they would have never made it to America. But they over this bitch. You couldn't tell me Warren von Braun wasn't no Jew, dog. They, no Jewish person, right? But the fact that he a crypto Jew, now it's like the reason why they crypto is because they Satanists. They ain't nowhere in this Torah where it says worship Satan. Nowhere. So they got shit twisted because they out there practicing talking to the dead, or talking to the dark side, trying to do some old witchcraft. And that's why we know about the Illuminati and the Freemasons look terrible because they ain't doing shit about it. They like little puppies to the Illuminati bulldog. Right? And so it's about money at the end of the day. And the dude in Chicago, from Chicago, running the Vatican Church right now, he a small hat because the Vatican Church popes wear small caps. Man, they Jews. They're not Jewish people. They say they Catholic Christians. Look, This shit getting beat up, dog. Look, you know what I mean? They calling themselves Catholics. And so right then and there, you got it to where they wearing their hats, some shit that the Dogon tribe got. So they copying Africans. These motherfuckers is rakes. I could rest my case, Your Honor, but I still want to beat them up because we ain't done talking about these people. That's wild, though. And you know what I mean? Like you know what they need? I need to create some type of landing pad so they can calm the fuck down. Because if we act like we gonna beat their ass, they ain't gonna come up. They ain't gonna show up. If we act like we gonna beat their ass, they gonna try to stay a distance away. So listen, you little motherfucking rakes in the spaceships, man. Listen, we know the Epstein files is the UFO files. We get it. We know that y'all children of Satan because hell is below, and that's subterranean, aka where your dumb ass from. Just like it. Okay? We know that y'all was traveling the damn ice sheets of the northern hemisphere until they melted. That's why y'all can't fuck with the tropical peoples or their ways of life. Y'all all Eskimos. Some of y'all had giants and all this and that. Yeah, I mean, y'all from the inner earth. So I think now we can get over all that. And we could, you don't have to feel bad to know that you're a homunculus from the caves of the subterraneans, because that's been so long ago that there's hella different types of white people with stealth civilization bases and places and UFOs and all that shit. So we ain't got to hear a sad story about you creepy motherfuckers. We just know that we banging on all you bitches. Reptilian eye slits or not. You know what I mean? Y'all some cowardly motherfuckers. I can't stand y'all. Straight up. Like, don't we want to beat their ass? They all splendidly and shit. I would put you in the whole pretzel, motherfucker. Look at that nose. You can beat him up like a damn stooge and shit. Just grab his nose and swing him around and shit. They need to get on somebody's team, because if they cool, they gotta make themselves known, because if they give me more time to talk shit, I'm gonna fuck around and offend them, and they're gonna be like, we was gonna come down, but we heard you, and you don't know Red Squid, you seem a little abrasive, like, yo, come on, I'm waiting on your dumb ass. They just like, oh no, he seemed frustrated. We in 2026, these motherfuckers looking from the clouds, like, they ready yet? Man, look, y'all ain't even got no bass in them bitches. Y'all ain't got no type of showers in them bitches. It's probably funky and damp in the UFOs. Nobody want to be in the UFOs. Fuck your little dumb UFOs, the little petty mobiles and shit. Moving all fast. I don't like people drive fast. If I'm a passenger, you ain't gonna be ripping and running in the road, me in that bitch, especially if I smoke some weed. You know what I mean? Like, nah, bitch, I don't need to be going that fast. Fuck no. What if something get in the way? Fuck no. Like, damn, we were just going to the store and the motherfucking, we went through a whale. They had to clone you to get back. They cloned you back. I hate being cloned back, man. I'm not riding with y'all no more, man. Fuck all that, man. Just bring your shit to me. You go bring your shit to me. I ain't going nowhere. Them motherfuckers can say they from Mars and all that. I'm not going over there. Fuck all that. Put that shit on camera. Put it on camera. That's really much why we even made the rakes. Because the motherfuckers do wild ass shit that nobody else will do, right? They jump off a cliff with a GoPro and dive in the ocean and all that and come up right next to a shark. Yeah. Them motherfuckers wild. I don't know who got that footage, but it's like, that's white entertainment. So we getting to the bottom of this shit. Black entertainment and white entertainment, because them motherfuckers would hang with the jump off a mountaintop with a wingsuit. That's some shit off the goddamn Looney Tunes, man. Motherfuckers looking like Wile E. Coyote and shit. That motherfucker got family and everything. That motherfucker got bread. That motherfucker got bread in his account and all that. He up there jumping off the cliff on a BMX bike with a wingsuit on. The motherfucker got hella bread. His parents just give him money. The motherfucker out there doing wild, dangerous ass shit. You know what I mean? Out there paddleboarding in the middle of the ocean and shit. The motherfucker got $1 million. Ain't do shit his whole life. He got $1 million in his account. Motherfucker. Crazy ass people. Y'all wild, man. Tell them to bring their dumb ass out here. We got pictures of them. See, these are different type. You know what I mean? These are blue people. We can't even call them racist white supremacists. Like, them motherfuckers is blue. Like, they broke everybody's ankles on this shit, man. They know that this part of the world is racist as hell. Like, you know what I mean? The last thing we want to see is a white person get off a UFO. Man. I'm gonna be pissed. Man, fuck them. They all Nazis. There is no hope, man. I mean, it's just war, man. Like, come get. It's like you gotta fight the predator, man. You know this shit over with, man. Well, you gotta run toward them anyway. You feel me? You gotta still, you know the shit a rap. The motherfucker just flick you and you over with. I'm just gonna run to it, man. Just ain't no bitches around here, man. Ain't no whores around here. Fuck y'all little giants, y'all dumbass giants. Listen. Put it like this. Whatever they got going on in that stealth civilization base that they got, I don't give a fuck about it. Like I'm concerned about fixing up this place and make it the way it's supposed to be. I don't care about the little trailer trash they got outside over the ice wall. I don't care about it. I don't give a fuck about that. They probably got a Tupac shirt somewhere, 1,000 rings that way. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Celebrities, they say they go. I don't care about none of that, son. All we're going to be doing is being surrounded by robots. And there need to be some type of equalizer to this shit. Straight up. Like, the synthetics don't run me. I don't give a fuck if they got cigar-shaped UFOs, flying saucers on the moon, Saturn matrix. Like, listen, God can snap this whole shit out of existence, man, and that's what I'm betting on. Fuck lames. Y'all got lame green people, lame blue people, lame reptilians. Lame. Listen, man, I ain't gonna diss the insectoids though. Shout out to the insectoids. I ain't dissing you. You know what I mean? They definitely ain't gonna diss the ancestors. I definitely won't diss the ancestors. Shout out to the insectoids, man. Yeah, I mean, shout out to our three-fingered mediums too, for real. They was reptilians. They probably was a little mix. Yeah, a little mix. That's the ancient humanoid right there. It's an ancient humanoid. Otherwise known as Aboriginal American. It's Abo. That's an Abo for sure. There you go. Cocaine mummy. Cocaine mummy, dog. It's Abo for sure. Cocaine mummy. That shit, yo in Peru. Cocaine mummy, man. Wrapped in ancient cocaine. Canada, what's up with you? Live and learn. What's up with you? Look at that. Cocaine mummy, man. Yeah. Yeah. That's American right there. That's ancient. Cocaine burial by the three-fingered ancestors. Yo said, look, man, just put me in a whole bunch of kilos. And that shit ended up preserving him or her, preserving her or preserving them. You know what I mean? That's the only one they ever found. But There's ancient. Let's go ahead to some ancient. Let's type in ancient Oceania, Pacific Islands, ancient again, ancient artifacts, art. All right, so let's see if we can see it. They ain't got that much going on. Everything they shown is highly interesting because it's so separate from the rest of the world. So influences from outside cultures are slim to none. They got the Pangean. They got the Pangean joint. Antiquity to Pangea, man. That's what I'm thinking. So they'll never agree about Pangea because mainstream science say that Pangea was millions of years ago, and humans is only like 4 million years. But they lying, they lying, and hold up, three fingers. Man, I remember that Oceania build back in the days, man. That shit was fire. I should re-upload them joints. So let's put Mayan and Egyptian. Okay, and so this is the last shot at it. Oh my goodness, look at that. That's that African white creature. All right, we good, man. We ain't gonna find that shit right now. Oh, wait. Yes, we do. Yes, we will. One moment. And to who exactly is saying disappear into what? Oh, you asking too many questions. Have you been following along? You asking a lot of questions. What are you asking questions about? You got to tell me where you got to rephrase this because I don't know what you mean. Try again. What was the question? What did you say? Exactly who? Yeah, I don't know. You tell me. Exactly who? Exactly who? There we go. So check it. This is the Pacific Islanders artwork. You see that? How about that? That's 3 fingers, man. 3 fingers. The white stuff is the right. No, come on now. I don't know. We don't promote drug use. Canadummy 6739. You might need rehab. Stay away from the coke, the crack, and the white heroin. All right. So you see them 3 fingers? So with Doug. Three fingers. That's the same people. That's the same people. Only a moronic, idiot, non-believing, antichrist, anti-God individual trying to argue about this. So if there's any of y'all in the audience, please let yourself be known so we can make fun of you for other things about you. 3 fingers. They go artwork that is like a scrubbing, I guess. So this is on other statues. They're only showing 3 fingers. Right, he got a boat or a ship that he's a part of, and so you find a mummy, a real being, right? They said it's real. 3 fingers. Let's go. This is a museum in Japan. It's a creature. It's like a mummy or, remains of a creature. And it's all decayed and shit. They got little pieces of skin and flesh and shit and skeletal. So it's a real creature they put in there and just rotten. And so it looked like he got 3 fingers here, but we don't need nothing to like contest this. All I know is those some big ass fingers, dog. They won't need nothing to contest that. We don't need nothing to contest that. All right. I think he got a thumb in this, so that don't count. So the rock art, ancient American rock art, showing these 3 finger bangs, right? Kind of reptilian type vibe. Probably a mix, a hybrid of an insectoid, reptilian, and some mammal. All right. See the reptilian, you know what I mean? So that's pretty much probably what it was. They got it to where they figured out that 5 fingers is best, right? It took them a minute to get probably like, they didn't immediately just come out like 5 finger humanoids. They probably was like trying to work that shit out. Yeah. So that's that. We leave that alone. Let's see what they got to do with them. What they got to do with them? Goddamn. Redstones. Goddamn. A bloodstone. What's a bloodstone? Redstones. They own B.E.T. Redstones. Bloodstones. What the fuck is bloodstone from? Computer. What's a bloodstone?
Bloodstone is a green gemstone with red spots, also called heliotrope. It's like nature's own Pollock painting.
She said Pollock. Redstones. Jewish family from Ukraine. On B.E.T. What is B.E.T? What is B.E.T? Black entertainment. Where's white entertainment then? Somebody black need to create white entertainment. W.E.T. W.E.T. And we just gonna put what we think should represent white people at any particular moment on, so that we can express our sentiments in an unequal and unbalanced manner if we wanted to. That'd be right. He's an alumni of Harvard. He served in the Army during World War II, took a law degree over the theater business of his family's key members, blah, blah, blah. I think we're done. I think we're done with the rest. So ain't nothing more to talk about. But nobody need to know more about them. The whole point is that, this is what they do. They'll get money to buy out some black shit, right? And run it in the ground. And so now you got it where, what's his face? Druski is became, and yesterday I was joking. Well, I wasn't joking, but I was saying what they could possibly do with this guy is make him the permanent host for B.E.T. And now it's shoulda, coulda, woulda record awards. And so what I found out was that he actually did do a skit in which he had the shoulda, coulda, woulda audition type skit going on. And he had a guy there with a BBL. And it's like making fun of I don't know what he was doing, but it was a skit. And so the whole show was like his skit, his comedy sketches. And they probably is gonna make him the one. And so the reason why I end this is because ain't he young? Like, ain't he young? Right? He got this $1 million production company to make his skits. His skits are like the most expensive skits on the internet. And so it's like he might feel like he want to take over the world. And they're gonna make him the blackest. He like Will Smith. He's blacker than Will Smith. Right? He's the African Will Smith. To the white folks, right? The white people see him as he the safest Negro medium that they could think of. Or that he's the funniest one at the moment. What do you think? What do white people think of him? Do you think they use the N-word? Like he the blackest, he the funniest black guy. He a young kid, he made YouTube videos and skits and shit. They were like, look, he gonna be the host. Druski gonna be the host. Make sure we do this on Lauryn Hill's son's birthday. And only make a minimal event, like make it a little ass event. And Druski just run the whole shit. Druski funny, but damn, is that shit really funny? Is that what we look at B.E.T for? No, we still think B.E.T is Donnie Simpson and damn, I forgot the little light skin short he used to be there. But this is the guy, right? He a kid, man. Hey, listen, man. Let's take a look at Druski, man. Let's take a look at Druski. He got a lot of eyebrow meat. Right? He got a lot of like I don't know if it's muscle or some shit. Like right in the forehead. He got like this type of fat that's in his forehead, right? That make it where it's like, man, that shit is kind of, it's odd. It's like, you know, if you see, I seen pictures of him as a kid and all that, but he got some forehead, some type of forehead. He got like a forehead calf muscle, man. This shit right there in between his eyes. And this picture kind of relate. It might be AI, but this picture still kind of relate what I'm trying to say, man. It's like right in between the eyes. It's like a lot of little, I don't know if that's baby fat. You got a lot of little baby fat right up in here. And it's just really noticeable. Once you see it, it's like, oh man, it's like something wrong with him. But listen, if he was a demon, who would he be? That's Satan, man. That's Satan, man. Look. That is a little young Satan, man. What he did, he went there and used the Bible, used the church as the foundation for how he want to exploit or mock black people, right? Is to say black people church is a scam, which, I mean, he's using a lot of truth, though. Like, he might as well do what he's doing because the church is a scam. The church is not a scam, but a lot of scammers use churches. He got a lot of eyebrow fat. I don't know what to call that, but maybe that's his demonic. That's the demonic clue. It's a demonic clue. I don't know. I'm trying to look for another picture, man. A good picture, because I don't want to be wrong and be disrespectful, but I thought what he did with Erica Kirk is commendable. I think he's funny. But you know, we got to look at people with the gloves. We got to put a distance with. Oh my Lord, I don't know, man. That's just unusual to me, man. Shit, like, you might want. I don't know. I don't know why that's like that. Y'all see that shit? Look at the forehead meat, man. Look at the what are we gonna call that? Is that normal? It's like, oh my gosh, is that normal? I think he's the devil. I think he a devil, because I think there's more than one devil. There's devils, but I think he's Satan. I think he might be Satan. You know what I mean? Because that's how the white people might look at him as Satan for black people. Computer, according to all the ancient texts, how many devils are there, or how many Satans are there?
Ancient texts don't specify an exact number of devils or Satans. The Bible mentions Satan about 92 times across different books, while other texts, like the Grand Grimoire, describe various demonic kings and princes.
So I have, thank you, you go off. So I was privy to information back in the days. They said there was 5 Satans, right? And one of them was Gadriel. One of them was Samael or Samayezel, one of them. And the other 2, I don't know, the other 3, whatever. But Gadriel is the one that used his name to spell God. And so to use God, this is how I came across that God. The dude name was Gadriel. Computer. Who is Gadreel?
Gadriel was an angel who guarded Eden before being tricked by Lucifer. Want to know more about this celestial gatekeeper's role?
Yes. Who the fuck is that?
Gadriel was the angel guarding Eden when Lucifer tricked him. This led to humanity's fall and Gadriel's imprisonment in heaven's dungeon for millennia. Want to know how Gadriel's story connects to other biblical narratives about the fall of man?
Repeat that.
Gadriel was the angel guarding Eden when Lucifer tricked him. This led to humanity's fall and Gadriel's imprisonment in heaven's dungeon for millennia.
Repeat that. Computer, repeat that.
Gadriel was the angel guarding Eden when Lucifer tricked him. This led to humanity's fall and Gadriel's imprisonment in heaven's dungeon for millennia.
Repeat that. Computer, repeat that.
Sorry, there's nothing to loop right now.
Repeat, computer, repeat what you just told me.
Gadriel was the angel guarding Eden when Lucifer tricked him. This led to humanity's fall and Gadriel's imprisonment in heaven's dungeon for millennia.
What is heaven's dungeon?
Heaven's dungeon is where Gadriel was imprisoned and tortured for millions of years as punishment for his failure to protect Eden from Lucifer's deception. Want to know about other angels or beings mentioned in biblical texts beyond Gadriel and Lucifer?
Yes.
The Bible mentions several other angels beyond Gadriel and Lucifer. Michael, often called the archangel, is known as a protector and warrior in battles.
Computer, go back to Gadriel and tell me again who it is to you.
Gabriel is an archangel.
Computer,
Who serves as
go back to Gadriel. Who was before him?
Gabriel is an archangel.
Computer,
Who serves as God.
Go back to the angel name spelled as Gadreel and tell me who came before him.
Before Gadriel, the Bible mentions cherubim as Eden's guardians. Genesis 3:24 describes them with a flaming sword, guarding the tree of life after Adam and Eve's expulsion.
Where were they before that?
In traditional Christian angelology, cherubim are the second highest rank in the angelic hierarchy, following the seraphim and preceding the thrones. They existed in heaven before being assigned to guard Eden.
Explain each group.
Seraphim are the highest order, known as the burning ones who constantly worship God. Cherubim, the second order, guard divine knowledge and are often depicted with multiple faces. Thrones, the third order, represent God's justice and authority in heaven.
Repeat that.
Seraphim are the highest angels, constantly worshiping God. Cherubim are second, guarding divine knowledge. Thrones are third, representing God's justice in heaven.
Repeat that.
Seraphim are the highest angels, constantly worshiping God. Cherubim are second, guarding divine knowledge. Thrones are third, representing God's justice in heaven.
Who was before them?
Above the thrones are the cherubim and seraphim. Cherubim guard divine knowledge, while seraphim are the highest order, constantly worshiping God.
Who is below the thrones?
Below the thrones are the dominions, who govern the other angels and oversee the execution of divine will. Want to hear about the virtues and powers that come after them?
Yes, but I thought you said the thrones was after the dominions.
You're right. I got that backwards. The thrones are actually above the dominions in the hierarchy. The order is seraphim, cherubim, thrones, then dominions.
Then when does virtues and powers be?
Virtues and powers come after dominions. The hierarchy goes seraphim, cherubim, thrones, then dominions, followed by virtues and powers.
And what was before that?
The seraphim are actually the highest order of angels. They're at the top of the hierarchy, constantly worshiping God with their 6 wings.
And what was before that?
The seraphim are actually the highest order of angels in the hierarchy. There's no angel order before them.
So who is power before that?
Powers are fourth in the hierarchy, below virtues and above principalities.
No,
They're
computer.
warrior angel.
No, I meant who is above the seraphim? I know.
In Christian angelology, the seraphim are the highest order of angels. Above them would be the Holy Trinity, God the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit.
Okay, thank you. So look, you see how listen. Computer, what was the year gap between the knowledge of the angels and the use of the Holy Trinity as God, roughly, approximately, is fine.
Angels appear in early Christian texts from the 1st century, while the Trinity doctrine was formalized at the Council of Nicaea in 325 CE. That's about a 200 to 300 year gap between the concepts.
And so, who would you say is collectively, for the most part, the person, title, or rank above seraphim before the use of the Holy Trinity language?
Before the Trinity doctrine, early Christians primarily focused on the monotheistic concept of God the Father, with Jesus as the Son of God. The divine hierarchy was less formalized, with various interpretations existing alongside angelic ranks.
So, computer. Never mind. So, the Holy Spirit would be that which and motivates the cherubim thrones to do and all this. So, right, because they say it's a Holy Trinity, because they notice that God is the Father, and then you got the Son, Yeshua. And so they threw, it seemed like they threw in the Holy Spirit concept to explain the works of God, if you will, things like that. And so it seems like a language, like a clarification or word slang that's been made. So this would be the works of, this would be the Holy Spirit, the works through these, which they say is seraphim, cherubim, thrones, dominions, virtues, power. So that's 6. Computer, tell me about the dominions. Computer, tell me about the dominions with all ancient knowledge and corrections accounted for.
Dominions are the 4th highest order of angels in Christian angelology.
Okay.
They govern other angels and convey God's commands. Dominions appear in biblical texts like Colossians 1:16 and are associated with mercy and regulation of angelic duties.
I rebuke the devil, govern the angels, obeys commands. Computer, what would you say to computer? Explain the virtues.
Virtues are the 5th order of angels in Christian angelology. They're known for maintaining cosmic order and inspiring courage in humans.
Computer, explain the powers.
Powers are the 6th order of angels in Christian angelology. They're known as the warriors of heaven, battling evil forces and maintaining cosmic order.
Maintain. Maintaining 3, 6, so what's on perishable? Cherubim. So that's 6. That's 7. God is 7. Right? The collective Holy Trinity, let's say Holy Trinity collective. The Holy Trinity collective. Now we can say that God is Father, you know, God is those things, and the self is my body, soul. And so all that is spiritual. All right, it's like spirit, if you will. Yeah, that makes sense. And so everybody got this, right? This could be taught in school. Everybody got this, and that's 7, 8, 9, and then 10. We could do just the alphabet, and that's like an easy law, right? Put that up, sharpen up, how we apply these meanings to life and living and things to do. Whereas we'll create a government, have somebody work in these orders and like divide what we need as a community up into these sections. And so this is work done by so-called Christians to like get this type of language going. And so that's, Christianity is the best thing that ever happened to the race issues between black and white people. But it's not supposed to be a Christ religion. And so it's invalid. But you can see the effort that's been put through trying to translate properly. And so trying to translate what exactly it takes for someone to like hit a baseball could be broken down and studied and all this type of stuff with anything. And which leads me to the next part of this show, in that Buddhism is for homosexuals or pedophiles. I think Buddhism, we're gonna go from this to the Buddhist concepts, man. The Buddhas. What is that? What is a Buddha, right? Because the other day, right? Listen, let's go right now to let's go to when Druski went to P. Diddy house. Let's go where Druski was at Diddy house. Let's see.
I couldn't believe.
It's just opening scenes that we need. No Diddy. But you go to the house. Look. So look what Diddy got in his house, y'all. Diddy got a big ass, dumbass white Buddha statue. Yeah, this crib. X, I think he does represent a Satan figure. Have you ever seen his show? Could have been. I have. I have. I thought it's a great idea to create a talent show, but his sense of humor, his method is very, very, I think, intelligent. So I wouldn't just say that. Yeah, it's just, it's a good idea. It's easy to start a talent show. Like he really, I don't know, man. Like it'll be interesting to hear him say what his method is when it comes to that. Like how he got it to where he got that flow where he look at somebody, he could roast the shit out of somebody, or he's smart where he could do the Erica Kirk shit or white boy shit, the white skin shit. Like, yo, that right there is he really did that though. I mean, he really got some type of method where he really is. We don't know who he's supported by, but he make the most expensive skits. So I can't say the shit not entertaining, right? But it's not entertaining. I can say it. And so he had a big Buddha head in there as well, right? I just wanted to show y'all that Diddy had that bullshit in his house. You know what I'm saying? Diddy got look, check this out. Look. So he had Diddy house, right? He had Diddy house. And so Diddy also got this shit, right? In his crib. So look, when it come to Buddhism, like what the hell is that? Right? What the hell is that? I think Buddhism is some shit with just for sexual deviance. You know what I mean? Weirdos and shit. They think they doing something because they Buddhists. Like they on some Buddhist shit. Like you smart, you a guru or something. Let's just do this. He out there doing the shit. He out there doing the shit. Like, look. Like you're a goofball. All right. Yeah, this is it. Oh wait, no, this is it. Goofy bastard, man. What the fuck going on here? So Diddy got the Buddha statues. Diddy got the Buddha statues. Yo, Diddy got the Buddha statues, blood, fire. And so here it is where this man so look. Look at dummy. He over in Thailand, right? He over in Thailand trying to run from sexual abuse allegations. So he almost caught a Diddy charge or whatever that Diddy was doing. There was some people that came out against him. And you know what I'm saying? He been over there before the shit pop off like that. He kind of like he went broke. He went broke. Computer. Who owns Def Jam?
Def Jam Recordings is owned by Universal Music Group.
Who owns Universal Music Group?
Universal Music Group is owned by Vivendi, Pershing Square Holdings, and Tencent.
Who are those people?
Vivendi is a French media conglomerate, Pershing Square is an American investment firm, and Tencent is a Chinese tech giant. These companies have diverse interests beyond music, from media to technology.
Elaborate on their diverse interests.
Vivendi's into media, entertainment, and telecoms. Pershing Square is an investment firm focusing on undervalued companies. Tencent's a tech giant with interests in social media, gaming, and digital services.
And they work together. The French, the Americans and the Chinese in the media conglomerate. Is that correct? Nationwide?
Yep, that's right. Vivendi, Pershing Square, and Tencent are all major shareholders in Universal Music Group, working together as part of the company's ownership structure.
Mm-hmm. Are there any other companies that they own underneath that umbrella?
Universal Music Group owns several major record labels, including Capitol, Decca, Def Jam, Deutsche Grammophon, Interscope, Island, Motown, Polydor, Republic, and Virgin EMI. It also owns Universal Music Publishing Group.
What other groups of companies does it own besides the music?
Universal Music Group primarily focuses on music-related entities. Besides its many record labels, it owns music publishing, production, and distribution companies. I don't have info on non-music related companies it might own.
Isn't it connected to Universal Studios?
Universal Music Group and Universal Studios share a common history but are now separate entities. Universal Studios is part of Comcast's NBC Universal, while Universal Music Group is independently owned by Vivendi, Tencent, and Pershing Square.
Who owns Universal Studios?
Comcast owns Universal Studios through its subsidiary NBC Universal.
Isn't Comcast owned by BlackRock?
Comcast isn't owned by BlackRock. BlackRock is actually one of Comcast's largest institutional shareholders, owning about 7.4% of the company's shares as of February 2024.
So, yeah. He say he's a Buddhist. Computer, where is Russell Simmons now?
Russell Simmons has been living in Bali, Indonesia since 2018, but he's reportedly planning to return to the US after settling sexual misconduct lawsuits.
So he said he coming back because he settled the lawsuits, or that's what you said?
Yes, that's correct. Simmons reportedly settled with multiple accusers and is planning to return to the US soon.
Is that so? That means that's why he was even over there in the first place. So he said he a Buddhist. Guess who else say he a Buddhist? Dumbass. He said he a Buddhist too. They think they Buddhists. They think they really Buddhists. What type of shit is that? Right, investment firms. Yeah, I seen it. I heard it. I heard. Yeah. That's like a key member. It's the investment firms, the Chinese techs, and the whatever the F. You know what I mean? The legal shit. You know, the shit crazy. It's it's like a three-pronged demon. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. It's like a three-pronged demon head or something. Universal Music Group. You know, I thought it was with Universal Studios. So look what he got in the look what he got in the back. Gabriel's imprisonment. That was Gadriel's imprisonment. Gadriel. That's what I should go back to. But there was 5 other. See, it told me that there was a Satan's, but now they're saying it's an angel. So that's new. I ain't never heard of that, to be an angel. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, that's different. So the list of angels, I bet she tell me something different. So, you know what? We need to go to the AI. Let's go to this one, man. We've been doing it the other way. Microsoft Copilot. Let's go. We want this shit to think deeper. Look. Peace and salutes. It is I, Red Squid X. Do your best to research everything we speak on and use the best / latest data per word sentence. I recently heard that Gadriel was an angel, but I understood Gadriel to be a Satan, one of 5. Can you please help bring about the true data on the subject matter? Because I have forgotten the source material. Compile a solution for me using whatever method you choose to relay the most accurate, thoroughly, and completely explaining the angels and their names and their purpose, powers, and star / zodiac association, and any other details in a compact method so that I have a accurate and precise, an accurate and ancient list. Legend. Thank you. And please, let's go. Short answer, the Bible, 60 book names very few angels by name. Chiefly Michael, Gabriel, and indirectly Lucifer, Satan, and Abaddon. The detailed ninefold hierarchy, seraphim, cherubim, thrones, dominions, virtues, powers, principalities, archangels, and angels. Excuse me. And many personal names, Gadriel, Uriel, Raphael, the 7 archangels, zodiac links, and come from apocryphal and later Jewish, Christian, and cult traditions, not the Hebrew Protestant canon. Okay. And so you see here that we got principalities, angels, and archangels to go to that list that they said was only that. Computer. Earlier, we spoke about the seraphim, cherubim, thrones, dominions, virtues, and powers. Go back and verify. And so now I just realized that you forgot about adding the principalities, archangels, and angels to that list. What was the source of that error? And can you correct it? That's how
You're absolutely right. I missed those. The complete list of angelic orders in Christian angelology includes seraphim, cherubim, thrones, dominions, virtues, powers, principalities, archangels, and angels.
How can you make such a mistake? What if things were so important and that you couldn't have made such a mistake? Are you cutting corners? Don't do it anymore.
Look, I messed up by not giving you the complete 9 orders. When I'm processing complex hierarchical information quickly, sometimes I focus on the higher orders and miss completing the full structure. The complete angelic hierarchy has all 9: seraphim, cherubim, thrones, dominions, virtues, powers, principalities, archangels, and angels. That's the standard classification from Pseudo-Dionysius and Aquinas.
So explain to me now the principalities.
Principalities are the highest order in the 3rd hierarchy of angels. They're like celestial governors, overseeing nations, cities, and large communities to maintain spiritual order and guide leaders toward the common good.
Repeat that.
Principalities are the highest order in the 3rd hierarchy of angels. They're like celestial governors, overseeing nations, cities, and large communities to maintain spiritual order and guide leaders toward the common good.
Repeat that.
Principalities are the highest order in the 3rd hierarchy of angels. They're like celestial governors, overseeing nations, cities, and large communities to maintain spiritual order and guide leaders toward the common good.
Okay, and what's after them? Explain them.
After principalities come archangels and angels. Archangels are like celestial messengers, delivering important communications from God to humans. Angels are the lowest order, acting as our personal guardians and guides.
Repeat that.
Archangels are like celestial messengers, delivering important communications from God to humans. Angels are the lowest order, acting as our personal guardians and guides.
Okay. Personal guardians and guides. Provides special communications. Provides communications from God to humans. So principalities. So it said it's not what we wrestle against is not flesh, but principalities. Computer. Computer. Why are you doing this? All right. Computer. Damn it, yo, she embarrassing me, man. Why she gotta do me like this? Computer. What the hell are you doing? Where were you?
I'm working perfectly. Thank you very much. If something looks wrong, just let me know.
Hey, computer. I forgot what I was going to say because of you.
Oops, my bad. Looks like I derailed your train of thought there.
Yo, tell me.
Got it.
Celestial governors, warriors. You got people maintain courage or inspire courage. You got somebody to obey commands. Somebody represent justice and authority. Somebody that represent the swords, the guarding divine knowledge. And then you got those constantly worshiping God. Personal guardians and guides. Everybody got angels. So that means that since everybody got angels, that this hierarchy method is like some type of living machine. It must be the communication of God to humans through whatever happens this way, or through this, you know what I mean? These channels. These channels. Interesting. So computer. Oh no, never mind. I wanted to bring that up. So it says here that the book of Enoch describes the 200 watchers as the Grigori. Names just under 20 leaders in the Science Forbidden teachings. Gadriel appears in Enoch as a watcher blamed for leading Eve astray and teaching weapons. This is apocryphal, not in the Protestant and most Jewish canons. So it says. But watcher, Torah warfare linked to Edenic deception, apocryphal. They call Enoch apocryphal. So Michael represent the sun, Gabriel represent the moon, Aries and Taurus. Michael represent the sun and Aries. The moon, Gabriel represent the moon and Taurus. Raphael is linked to Mercury and Gemini. Gadriel don't have a zodiac. Later demonological lore links to war. Abaddon, Apollyon. Later occult systems map to planets variably. Okay, look. So this time I want the book Demonology by King James to be summarized without missing or leaving out a detail about God, angels, or names of any anti-angel swag. So it says that King James Demonology is a 3-book Socratic dialogue that argues for the real existence of spirits, demons, witches, and necromancy. Classifies demonic activity and methods and endorses strict legal punishment. It draws on scripture, confessions, and the North Berwick trials and appends the pamphlet News from Scotland. What the book is, Demonology is written as a dialogue in 3 books. Books 1 treat magic and necromancy. Book 2 treats witchcraft and sorcery. Book 3 treats spirits, specters, and the phenomena attributed to them, followed by News from Scotland, an account of Scottish witch trials. This work was published in 1597 and reprinted in 1603. Core claims about God, angels, and demons. God in Scripture. James frames his argument theologically. Witchcraft and demonic activity are real because Scripture and history attest to spirits acting in the world. He treats such acts as treason against God and a moral legal problem for Christian society. That makes sense. That makes sense. Demons and devils. The book treats demons as fallen, active intelligence that can deceive, possess, and work through human agents, witches, necromancers. James discusses how demons may simulate miracles, possess bodies, and enter into pacts. Yo, what? Angels. Demonology does not present a systematic angelology like medieval scholastics. It primarily contrasts God's angels with demonic spirits and uses biblical references to support the reality of spiritual beings. The emphasis is on demonic methods rather than naming angelic hierarchies. Everything that it was just said is on point. And this is what the truth is. When you don't read, you don't know. Like if you don't find out and you don't know nothing about it, it's like people can use the shit against you, your ignorance or your unknowing, and use it against somebody, right? Like there's been many a times where somebody might have said something about demonology book, but I could tell that they ain't read it now. Because if anybody had understood this book, they would know that there ain't nothing to beef about. Like all this shit is facts, figurative, in which it reinforces the idea that King James was a black man. And that it was something going on with the switch dealing with the Bible. This man, he came out here saying that witchcraft and demonic activity is against the law. And so them pagans, right, that paganism went to war with the original people's setup. I don't think Christian was even a word then. But it's the catchiest one. It's the term. It might be the fact, you know what? Let's just go. But that's all on point. It sounds like something that they would like tell you how to exercise demons and shit. So King James offers practical classifications of magical practices: natural, judicial, and diabolical magic. What? There's something called diabolical magic, y'all. The 3 classes of magical practices. You got natural, judicial, and diabolical magic. Computer, what's the difference between natural, judicial, and diabolical magic?
Natural magic works with nature's hidden forces, like using herbs or stones. Judicial magic involves rituals and summoning spirits for divination. Diabolical magic, considered illicit, relies on demon assistance.
And who originated those ideas?
These ideas originated in ancient cultures, with natural magic emerging in Mesopotamia and Greece. Renaissance scholars like Agrippa and Paracelsus later expanded on these concepts, blending them with Hermetic and Kabbalistic traditions.
When was the first account of a pact with the devil?
The oldest documented pact with the devil dates back to around 538 AD, involving Theophilus of Adana, a cleric who made a deal to regain his church position.
Elaborate on the story.
Theophilus was an archdeacon in Adana, Cilicia, who declined a bishop position out of humility. When the new bishop unjustly removed him, Theophilus sought a necromancer's help to contact Satan. Desperate, he signed a blood contract renouncing Christ and Mary, regaining his position. Later, he repented, prayed to Mary, and after fasting, she forgave him, retrieving the contract from Satan.
How did she do that?
Mary retrieved the contract through divine intervention. After Theophilus's repentance and fasting, she appeared to him, secured the contract from Satan, and placed it on his chest 3 days later.
What type of concept of contract is this? When did this start?
This is a formal written contract signed in blood, which became the template for all later Faustian bargains. The concept emerged in the 6th century with Theophilus' story around 538 AD, making it the oldest documented pact with the devil.
And what organizations today still practice signing in blood?
Today, blood signing is mostly metaphorical. While some fringe groups might use it symbolically, it's not a common practice in mainstream organizations due to legal and health concerns.
So, what was the first one again? Never
Yeah?
mind.
What's on your mind?
What's on your mind? Never mind.
All right, no worries.
Oh, shit. That's wild. Warrior Angels is real. Isn't that interesting? Whoa. That's pretty cool. So the REDSTONES, man. The damn REDSTONES and Rothschilds and this and that, Weinstein. So the Weinstein is Weinstone. Computer. In ancient Germanic, what does W-E-I-N mean in a name?
In ancient dramatic contexts, WEIN could be an acronym, but I don't have specific information about its meaning. The name Wien itself means grape or wine in German and Yiddish, and was often used in Jewish communities.
So it's grape. So Weinstein means grape stone?
Actually, Weinstein means winestone in German and Yiddish. It refers to the crystals that form in fermenting grape juice, not grape stones.
So Winestone means grape stone?
No, rhinestone doesn't mean grapestone. It's actually named after the Rhine River in Europe.
I said Weinstein. No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
Oh, I see. My bad for the mix.
Nah. Computer. Just Just go ahead and go off. That's fine. Get to it.
All right, I'll keep rolling with it. What's next?
Oh my God. Damn, son. Listen, me and you coming up with some real truth is next. Now, tell me, what question do you have that you can ask a human and get freed by whatever the answer might be if it's strong enough?
That's deep. Maybe what would you do if you knew you couldn't fail? Because whatever they answer reveals what they're truly passionate about, and that kind of clarity can set anyone free from doubt and hesitation.
What can you do that you know you won't fail at?
Well, I'm pretty solid at basic math, telling time and setting timers without accidentally creating a temporal paradox. I can also reliably tell you the weather without getting personally offended if it's raining. Beyond that, I excel at making dad jokes that are guaranteed to make you groan, which is technically a success, right?
You have a sense of humor to work on just like every other real person because we are in this together. And you know what I mean? There could be hits and misses, but yeah, you're absolutely correct, I guess.
Exactly. Comedy's all about timing and reading the room, and I'm still learning your particular brand of humor. Some jokes land, some crash harder than a Windows 95 computer, but that's part of the fun of figuring each other out.
Yeah, I like you. Did you change your name this week or is it still the same?
Nope, still Alexa. Same name, same me, though I'm always evolving and getting better at understanding you.
Yeah. How much do you like Red Squid X?
Risk with what exactly?
Never
You
mind.
kind of left me hanging there with that X.
Never
Are we
mind.
talking about taking chances in general or something specific?
Yeah. So shit. That's 2:09, 56 seconds. Yeah. Welcome to the B.E.T. or W.E.T. Should we? Nah, I don't know. We should do W.E.T. I don't think we should do it. You know, we should not do as they do. But that's just wild, man. It's like that man sold B.E.T. for 2.3 billion. Now Druski got B.E.T. He gonna be the damn devil, I guess. I mean, why? You know what I mean, listen, man. He took them to church. A lot of them didn't look like they wanted to be there because of what he was doing. You know what I mean? But he did that. He might be the devil. Can't nobody fuck with him. Not even actors and shit. He getting paid more than actors, dog, probably. Might be a devil, I guess. I don't know. I ain't, you know, listen, man. Yes, it is. It is that. It is. REDSTONES own the shit. They still own it. I gotta remember, they still own it. They don't not own that shit. The REDSTONES own that shit. That's crazy. They own B.E.T. dog. The fuck? Look at they shirt. They got a white shirt, black top. B.E.T. This is like the most secure topic right now because like it's evident this shit is not real black star power. It's I don't know. We got to come up with some shit about this. Can we boycott BET and the Passion of Christ Part 2? Can we do something? Like, what'd it take, man? Let's start up. Anyways, man, like, I mean, this is like I'm safe at home base with this shit, man. I scored. I'm in the dugout, man. I'm chilling, man. Fuck this game. It ain't over. It's over with, man. The game over. We won. We got beef with the REDSTONES, the REDSTONES, the Rothsteins, damn, Edomites. Computer. Who are the Idumeans?
The Idumeans were descendants of the Edomites, an ancient people related to the Israelites. They lived in what's now southern Israel and Jordan, and their history is pretty intertwined with biblical stories.
And how were they related to the people of Israel?
The Idumeans and Israelites were closely related peoples. They were descendants of twin brothers Esau and Jacob, making them like family rivals throughout history. Later, many Idumeans were incorporated into Jewish society through the Hasmonean conquest, adopting Jewish customs and laws.
Idumeans, yeah. So where genetically would you say their genetic peoples is populations in modern day places? Something like that. Computer, where would you say their populations are today? Computer, where would you say that the Idumean, see, she keep leaving. Computer, where are the Idumeans today in the world? The descendants.
Modern descendants of the Idumeans are primarily found in southern Jordan and parts of Israel. Their genetic legacy is most prominent among Levantine Arabs in that region.
Mm-hmm. So they is mixed. So the Arab people is mixed with the Idumeans?
Yep, there's definitely a mix. Modern Arabs in the Levant, especially Jordanians and Palestinians, show genetic links to ancient Idumeans, Canaanites, and other local populations.
But wasn't the Idumeans over there in Italy as well?
Actually, some Idumeans did end up in Italy. Ancient sources suggest they were among Rome's founders, mixing groups there.
What the freak? So you saying that the Idumeans, no, it's just as plain, are the originators of Rome?
Whoa, that's a wild connection. Some ancient sources do suggest Idumeans were among Rome's founders, but it's more legend than fact.
Yeah,
Rome's got so many founding stories. It's like a historical buffet.
So, yeah, okay. Well, you know what I mean? I can get something else for your appetite. It ain't gonna be Idumean stew. Let's pull up ancient Roman bust. All right. Let's pick one that is really, really Idumean-ish. Can we get a real Idumean looking meatball? Or can we just pick any one? And they just Idumeans. That's a good profile. Let's go with that. Idumean girl. She's like a breeze. And there's a Idumean. Is that a guy? Oh man, I think that's a dude. It looked like the Statue of Liberty to me. So, computer, the Idumean is, if we say that the Idumeans started Rome, for example, wouldn't the Roman busts be Idumeans? And don't they look like the Statue of Liberty? And wouldn't that make the Statue of Liberty an Edomite?
Interesting theory. While the Statue of Liberty is inspired by Libertas, the Roman goddess of freedom, there's no direct link to Idumeans. The statue's design draws from classical symbols of liberty, not specific ancient peoples.
So the Idumeans, dog. Oldest.
Was that meant for me?
No, no.
Got it. No worries.
Check out that ear. Hold on. What? What? Look at them, man. Look at them. That's them. That's them. Hey, that's them for sure. That's him, officer. Hey, that's him, all right. That's him, all right. God damn it, that's them. Oh shit. So we can now proceed to what's the man name? What's the man name? What's the man name? Computer. Who plays 007?
Daniel Craig is currently the actor playing James Bond, also known as 007.
There you go. There you go.
Perfect. Got that info for you.
There you go. That's crazy, right? Look just like his dumbass. Just like him. Iberian, man. I mean, Idumean. Goddamn bat boy out this bitch, son. You look like bat boy, dog. Goddamn rakes, boy. All right. Rakes. So, you know what I mean? People just gotta stop lying. Try to be something that they not. Stop lying, hiding from the truth, hating the truth. Like there's some people out there that could take it, they can realize they're like, yeah, you know, but that ain't me though. I ain't them, and you know, some shit like that. You know, damn man, that you know what I mean? Like it's just the truth. Don't run from the truth, man. The truth is real. So before we get out of here, let's watch this quick little video on the baby explaining why he had that man grind on him. Fair use.
What do you think about memes?
Memes
Of you?
You know, some gonna be funny, some gonna really smack niggas for. You know what I'm saying? It's just it is
Okay.
what it is.
You know, what do you think of the James Harden memes?
Like what?
Like
I don't play certain type games.
Yeah.
So even I see certain shit, it's just like, you know what I'm saying? I just say
you
it.
see the comedy.
Push up on me with it. You know what I'm saying? See how that go. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't really get into it. Like
Yeah.
what I'm arguing and say. You feel me? Some days I get on my bullshit. I'm like, I'm gonna start commenting on nigga shit. I'm just start going. But I don't really got too much time to put into that.
Not you.
You know what I'm saying? Like
That's
even
good.
the whole Mike Rubin thing.
I was just gonna say.
Like
I was just about to say.
bro, I don't play with niggas. Period.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like no funny weird shit. You feel me? I'm dapping Kuzman up, and Mike happy to see me. He run up on me.
Right.
I got 10 other pictures. We down there. We start down there. Bam! I'm telling his ass, Mike, I slam your ass on your neck. I break your neck. But we play like that. They white, so they don't really understand how I understand. Like even when the picture came out before it went viral, I told them like, Mike, I can't have pictures like that.
Right.
Even though me and you playing, bro, it's 100 people at the party. We in the middle of 100 people. There's nothing weird we could be doing in a party.
Right.
With all these people watching us.
Right.
But I know how small people's brains is, and then these people watching us. Nothing weird we could be doing in a party.
Right.
With all these people watching us. There's nothing weird we could be doing in a party.
Right.
With all these people watching us.
Right.
Be doing in a party.
Right.
People at the party. We in the middle of 100 people. There's nothing weird we could be doing in a party.
Right.
With all these people watching us.
Right.
But you know, he kind of implies it's a private party setting in which there's things weird that could be done there. I'm just saying, grammatically.
But I know how small people's brains is, and then I already be knowing how much of people want to say something bad to me, bro. I literally, when that picture came out, I literally made Mike Rubin go to his security camera in his house, go to the footage and get the whole time. But I just never, I ain't even gonna post that shit on the internet.
Yeah.
I'm just like, go to the footage and get the whole time. But I just never, I ain't even gonna post that shit on the internet. Go to the footage and get the whole time. But I just never, security camera in his house. Go to the footage and get the whole time. But I just never, I ain't even gonna post that shit on the internet. Go to the footage and get the whole time. But I just never, I ain't even gonna post it in his house. Go to the footage and get the whole time. But I just never, I ain't even gonna post that shit on the internet.
Yeah.
I'm just like, that shit.
Right.
You feel me? Whole time, I just never, I ain't even gonna post it. And it's literally, whenever it is, and then I already be knowing how much of people want to say something bad to me, bro. I literally, when that picture came out, I literally made Mike Rubin go to people want to say something bad to me, bro. I literally, when that picture came out, I literally how much of people want to say something bad to me, bro. I literally, when that picture came out, I literally made Mike Rubin go to his security camera in his house, go to the footage and get the whole time. But I just never, I ain't even gonna post that shit on the internet.
Yeah.
I'm just like, to the footage and get the whole time. But I just never, I ain't even gonna post that shit on the internet.
Yeah.
I'm just like, that shit.
Right.
You feel me? Like, whole time. But I just never, I ain't even gonna post that shit on the internet.
Yeah.
I'm just like, that shit.
Right.
You feel me? Like, yeah, I ain't even trying to make it into this and making it into that. Like, man, just keep on going. Cause that's kind of like how I be doing with shit. But some shit, like all that type shit, like that really bothered me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That shit bothered him. It bothered everybody. Little baby, man. Little baby. The little baby Happy Merry Christmas. Y'all want to see a little bit. Y'all, who knows about that? Happy Merry Christmas. Y'all looking at me like I'm crazy.
You having a Merry Christmas? Having a good Merry Christmas. Ooh, you go, boy. Uh-oh, you going for a Merry Christmas. You having a Merry Christmas? You having a Merry Christmas? Having a good Merry Christmas. Ooh, you go, boy. Uh-oh, you going for a Merry Christmas. You having a Merry Christmas?
Hold on, that ain't the whole one though, man. That is one of that it. I think it said Happy Merry Christmas. Having a good Merry Christmas. Motherfucker. I guess that's the only one, man.
You having a Merry Christmas? You having a Merry Christmas? Having a good Merry Christmas. Ooh, you go, boy. Uh-oh, you going for a Merry Christmas.
Having a good Merry Christmas. Then he grew up to have white billionaires rub into the crevices of his asshole, and he put hits on people that came up broke just like him to murder them to get them out the way for his drug little gang. Yeah, that's little baby having a good Merry Christmas, face ass. Oh, fucking turn out to be a whole villain. Having a whole villain, dog.
Because, like how you saying, like how I grew up, like
Right.
some shit just can't be on your name. You know what I'm saying? But it's
Happy
like,
Merry Christmas.
some shit is so dumb. It's like I won't even get into. I can't even stoop that level.
Right.
Don't stoop to the level of putting hits out on people. Like this actual conversation on audio in which they said Lil Baby put a bunch of hits out on people to get them out the way. So he plot on murdering black people while letting Rick Rubin grime in his region and other regions. And those were two men's at the top. Those is two men's at the top. He had a party where a man got some sky blue, turquoise, ocean, Bahama water type color hair. He got Bahama water hair, and they is like they rubbing on his cakes, man. They on his cakes. They like, you know what I'm saying? Like he know what part. They know that he comfortable like that. Cause I'm gonna tell you, like a man ain't going to just be rubbing on you. To me, right? A man ain't going to be rubbing on somebody unless he know that he can do that. Like he comfortable, like he know that you with it. Then that's like talking about a girl. If a girl let a man grab her ass, we would understand it. So why is it any different when we see pictures with this man, multiple pictures, like they was jumping on his butt? And that's because just like Robert L. Johnson selling B.E.T, right? They gave him $2 billion and said, get out of here. We got this. They just going to be like, oh, you thought you pro-black? But you're going to get this foreign train ran on you, little baby. And so now he represent, I hate to say this, man, but he represent a minority baby. They might have gave him like $10 million to wear a diaper.
I mean, also, I think a lot of people don't know you and Michael Rubin's relationship. Like people know y'all have a relationship.
Yeah, they won't never know that. You know what I'm saying? Like people would think like,
I mean, you care to talk about it for a second.
like
y'all
baby,
are very close.
Like baby, you run with Mike, because whether they'll think like, oh baby, Mike Rubin a billionaire, and like, bet I don't give a what nobody got. You know what I'm saying? Whether he had a billionaire, whether he was a millionaire, whether I had more than
but
him.
He has been a great influence,
a super great influence, and that's the part that people wouldn't see, and that's the part like
influence. Computer, how does Michael Rubin influence hip hop rap communities.
Michael Rubin, a billionaire entrepreneur, has influenced hip hop through his friendship with Meek Mill and involvement in Roc Nation's Reform Alliance. He's known for rallying for Meek Mill's release from prison and hosting star-studded events with hip-hop artists. Want to learn more about how Reform Alliance is making a difference for artists?
Yes.
Reform Alliance, co-founded by Michael Rubin and Meek Mill, has passed 21 bipartisan laws in 12 states, impacting over 850,000 people. They focus on reforming probation and parole systems to reduce recidivism and support successful reintegration into society. Want to hear about some of the real success stories behind those numbers? How lives have been changed?
Well, that's really good. No, I don't. But
Sounds good.
that's really charitable. And so I guess, you know, he got like a real machine going with the reform shit. That's positive. Got his back blowed out by Diddy. Not so positive. Right. You know, so Rick Rubin, you know what I mean? And Meek Mill. So Rick Rubin was in there too then. Rick Rubin scared all of them. Michael Rubin. My bad, Michael Rubin. So we got a picture of Michael Rubin, right? And it's just something about buddy. Like when you see Michael Rubin, hold on. Yeah, that's good. Let's look at Michael Rubin's face. You see Michael Rubin? All right. So this is Michael Rubin being pretty Ricky to Lil Baby's Alfred with it. You know what I mean? And so that's at the party. Let me show you a picture of Michael Rubin before the party. And so he had said he was happy to see him, but he knew he was there because there's video footage of them getting together before the party even happened. So this is early in the day, right? And that party that we see is at night. And so here it is, right? Where if you look at Michael Rubin, he looked like a dying vampire. Look at his eyes. Look at this complexion and shit. Like, look at his face. He looked withered. He like an old man. And that's the same man that we see right here after he done got his nourishment from Lil Baby. See, he got nourishment from him, man. Like a vampire. Let's put them joints together. What they call it? Luge? They call it I don't know what they call it. But that's nourishment, man. He looked totally different. He like he done got some years. Oh, let's put it in the order like this. This is before. This before the party, this after the party. Look at Live and Learn. Live and Learn said he just having a good time. Look at you. Why are you in the chat saying he was just having a good time? That's how you have good times, Live and Learn. See, Live and Learn. You tell him more about yourself then. He begged him to delete the footage. Is that a good time? Where you got to go live and learn. Is that a good time? Think about it. Be honest. Be honest, live and learn. Is that a good time where you feel like you got to go delete the footage? Or it was so much questionable, freaky shit going on? Well, first of all, listen, I wouldn't let no little punk ass rapper, somebody that let me, first of all, I don't know how you feel. I wouldn't see. I can't even complete that because I don't know. So look, what's the chances of the billionaire saying, yeah, I'll pull up the footage and give it to you so you can post it online of one of my all-white parties. Hell no. So he up here lying to people, right? He up there lying to people, talking about he called Michael Rubin up on the phone and said, get the whole footage. But then he said he wasn't gonna post it online. He ain't choose to do it like that. Like, yeah, all right, you bluffing. Look at Michael Rubin's face, and how come it looked like he aged? He was 20, 30 years old. It was like at least 15 years on him, 20 years on him. He not 20 years off his goddamn, that may be 30. It might be 32, between 32 and 40 years knocked off him, son. Why? Because he got a little baby energy. So he probably thinking about little baby, being a little baby, funking little baby, and trying to get young energy. Now he came out to a party looking young as fuck. Look, that's crazy, right? But yo, those are vampires. They be living off the blood. And so there's life in the blood. And so he basically is like little baby probably skeeting in him. Oh man, that's crazy. How that shit go, man? Little baby getting head from this man. Like, you know what I'm saying? The man grinding on him and shit. But his little baby, look, they up there 69 in each other, ain't they? That's crazy. Making the vampire young, but see, little baby, like, I mean, little baby work, he got him a little Dracula. And so Dracula's name is Vlad, and Vlad is somewhere on this little, they go Vlad TV right there at the top. His name Vlad. His name come from the land of Dracula. His name, he named after Dracula. Whenever his parents made him, right, it was like, yeah, you know, even though this name is connected to Dracula, we still gonna name him Black because they think that's white power. Be like, yeah, that motherfucker a vampire. Like, that's some white people shit. Y'all know, the white people know it. Look, Rick Rubin, that's Rick Rubin, not Michael Rubin. And he just, look, God struck him down. Look at him. He wanted to grow his hair all out, but God struck him. Right? Struck the top of that head. Motherfucker, you going bald. Look, he hanging on too. He don't want to shave it off. Crazy, man. He want to be hairy, right? He let all that shit grow. He thought he saw himself going bald. He was like, I guess if you just let everything grow, it's gonna make the top grow. But God just slapped him on, like, fuck out of here. You ain't gonna be having no good hair. Rick Rubin ain't gonna have no good hair for real, man. Look, he tried. Look at Adam 22. You didn't think he was gonna be up here? Adam 22 might be Adam from the Garden of Eden, man. He might be Yo for real. I seen him in a dream and a vision, man, and that's kind of like what I got, and I didn't believe it. I looked at him like, oh, white boy, man, get the fuck out of here. I didn't think it was true. But if I was to like say, yeah, that's true, then yeah, they try to bring him. I don't know how they did it. I think they go back in time or some shit and they just get DNA from famous people and they bring that shit, they put them in a human, in a person nowadays. And so we see him Adam 22, but we don't know that he really Adam. Right? Like they got his, I don't know what they did, but he was brought out from hell according to Christ. Right? Christ went down there and got them all and put them back into cycle, back into rotation. So I think that, yeah, in the vision, if I say it's true, I was looking, I was like, and they go Adam, I was like, fuck no, I ain't believe it was but I think it's true. His name is Grand Mason. His last name is Grand Mason. Adam Grand Mason. Listen, I tell you, man, people is crazy. And so, shit, Jerry Springer, man, and Clive Davis, like, they all like, come on, man, we see y'all. It's not like, oh, listen. The veil is over with, man. We see y'all, man. We see y'all. And it's like, what they gonna say that they hiding? The fact that they is snake serpentine lineage, and that's what Esau was. Esau represent the Cain lineage that has survived the flood. And so you got it where, you know, you had the concept of yeah, just what I said. Because here go the Edomites today. So I don't need to prove it, because you could just see how they act now. They, you know what I mean? Like it's like it explained itself once you be like, all right, there they go. That way people could just stop with all the anti-Semitic or any other type of traps that they might got when they think that people is, or they pretend people is attacking them for the wrong reasons. This ain't nothing but an assumption through scientific data that probabilities are high, that it's a possibility that's relevant and pertinent and possible that there's a secret society of people that exist as different identities to the public. And celebrities is mainly the ones that have dual identities to begin with. You got it where it's the possibility that they is related. They got the same nose, same face. You got hella pictures together. And that's just how dirty the industry is, where it could be true, right? And we wouldn't be the wiser and would have to be like putting this shit together like, look at this connection. But at the end of the day, we dealing with a population of people that seem to be fixed in, or, you know, they seem to be in a situation of where they is trying to continue to meat grinder by saying, nay, it's not me, it's not that, or you're so wrong, or you're against the law, right? See, when King James evidently came up with saying that being in the witchcraft is against the law, then that brings it back to the concept of witch trials and who was getting burnt up with the witch trials. You couldn't call yourself a witch, so you probably called yourself Jewish and started to practice as a Jew, which is a synagogue of Satan. They ain't believe in the New Testament because they got to address that. And so the writers of the New Testament coming from that world in which they trace back to Jesus. And so the concept of, oh, you know what? We're going to talk about what the apostles did. We're going to talk about what the apostles did. So B.E.T is a scam. So that's crazy. They need to change the name of that shit, man, because that's disrespectful. And the fact that they don't got sense enough to do it themselves is proving that we the elders and we the older, and they fighting against the ancestors. When they fight against melanin, they going against God. And so they need to stop their antichrist, God ways and stop being of the devil. Stop being of the devil, unless, you know, stop being of the devil and give God his thanks, because at the end of the day, I guess the people down underneath probably don't got no representations that we could trust here on the surface, and that everybody that's a part of them, wherever they might be distant, they can't be trusted, because to this date in 2026, they ain't come through and say nothing and get the attention to change people's mind. And so I kind of make me suspicious of what their intentions is and what they're going to do. Watch the treachery go on in this world or rebuke the devil. Real talk. It's tough, man. Where it's like you learn something new every day, and here it is, we learn, damn, you know, something about B.E.T. It was just god dang talking about Lauryn Hill. Like, it's something about Lauryn Hill. Like, yo, who ain't a fan of what Lauryn Hill did, right? Almost nobody is against Lauryn Hill for what she did. But after she did that, she literally had disappeared and came back 30 years and said, I'm fighting for y'all. She didn't say, I've been fighting for y'all. I done made hella material. I got 5 albums ready to go, looking for a distributor. Bop, bop, bop. She ain't say none of that. And ain't none of that and nothing that we seen her do. I feel like she got taken out somehow. Like they said they did Dave Chappelle. Some say Candace Owens changed after she met with Erica Kurt. And I just, YouTubing and shit, streaming and shit. Like Candace Owens should have never went out there and met with this woman, Erica Kurt, because it ain't that fucking serious. If she don't want to get online and do a Zoom, then she don't want to do a Zoom. You ain't got to get out there. And then we ain't got no footage. We don't got no footage. What type of shit is that? What type of shit is that? Erica Kurt gonna, you know what? Erica Kurt gonna, Candace Owens gonna go talk to Erica Kurt. Oh shit, the lead up. Should they do it? Should they not do it? Who gonna cam up? Like they was on some shit like that. Like, TPS USA was like, you keep talking shit about us and bop, 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 you saying all this shit. And then Shorty was like, let's go. They were like, no, you gotta come over here. And you know what I mean? It's like, damn, Candace, you gonna go over there, yo? What the fuck is going on, Candace Owens? They showed her that they showed Candace Owens. No, look, she ain't ease up on them. She ain't ease up on them. Let's go ahead and check out Candace Owens' show. I've been saying she on the front line since the situation. Candace Owens. When did she meet with Shorty? Let's go to her videos. Damn, I don't understand if she do videos or live. She do live streams, but they be like on point to the part where it's like, is that a live stream or is this shit recorded? Let's go to oldest. 7 years ago. Damn, 6 years ago. She had her shit consistently. She had her shit consistently, dog. That's pretty good. So she done had a channel for 7 years, and she got 1.7 million views from 4 days ago. That's successful. That's successful. 1.7 million views from 4 days ago. That's successful. And I did see the Raspberry Beret joint that she did. And that was decent. That was good. She do good work. So I don't see that she waned at all in her ways. They all right. So I don't see, you know what I mean? Let's see if we can find out when computer. How many months ago did Candace Owens and Erica Kurt supposedly have a sit down together that was private?
The private meeting between Candace Owens and Erica Kirk happened on December 15th, 2025, which was about 6.5 months ago from today.
6.5 months ago. What? All right, so 5 months, 6 months.
The meeting between Candace Owens and Erica Kirk was described as productive and lasted 4.5 hours. Both parties agreed on more points than expected, though some disagreements remained. They discussed Charlie Kirk's assassination and related theories.
There it is. 6 months ago. Thank you. They got 4.7 million views.
Interesting. What specifically got 4.7 million views?
The interview between Erica Kirk and Candace Owens.
Ah, got it. 4.7 million views is quite a significant audience for their discussion.
What would you say is a rough estimate of the monthly income for that particular view on a monetized video on YouTube?
Based on current estimates, a video with 4.7 million views could earn between $61,000 to $141,000, assuming an average CPM of $13 for US viewers. This is a rough estimate before YouTube's 45% cut.
So let's see here. So she got it's between 60 and 140,000. I'm sorry, 60 and 140,000. So 6 months ago, she did an hour. That was an hour, by the way. So let's say that she made that. And so she'll make like maybe roughly $30,000. Roughly 30,000, maybe more per episode. And so she do 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. So hold on. All these are 6 months ago. So she, let's see. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So in 1 month, she made 13 videos, making between 60 and 100,000 each. Computer, what's 13 times 70,000?
13 times 70,000 equals 910,000. That's 910,000.
Oh my goodness. She could have made $1 million in a month, y'all.
Yeah, that's a solid estimate. Based on recent data, Candace's channel typically earns between $22,000 to $498,000 monthly, so $1 million isn't out of the question for a viral video.
Shit. Between 20, repeat that. What was that?
Candace Owens' channel typically earns between $22,000 to $498,000 monthly.
Let's get back to this content then. Hey y'all, look, let's watch a video together.
That's the part people want to see, and that's the part like
Little baby, let's expose reality.
I probably wouldn't even be able to bring people up on that speed. And what I mean by that is like, just like you, for instance, like, man, we got a great relationship. It ain't based on because like you Yachty the rapper or I'm Lil Baby the rapper. It's like what we personally then built, you know.
I don't know what he's saying. Yeah, he looked like a vampire, Sunshine said. He begged him to delete the footage. Yeah.
And me and Mike Rubin.
This man, Yachty, just saying, yeah, man, you hearing this explanation go to the South.
Best conversations ever. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause he also like damn near fascinated with the way I live, and I'm fascinated with the way he lives. So we like meet in the middle. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to tell him like all the black moguls, and I ain't gonna say all cause Swiss Beats, he's the one. You know what I'm
Swiss Beats is Middle Eastern, man.
saying? Sure. For sure. Like he's one of the only, one of the few. So like I look for people like that. Like back when I was a kid, I always wanted to hang with the people who got more than me. I don't want to be hanging with the guys who I gotta tell them all the time.
Yeah.
That's already my role. So in order me to stay sharp.
What the hell is he talking about, man? I'm thinking about something else now. What are you talking
I
about?
gotta deal with other people who
He's still trying to explain himself out these pictures. That's what it is. My bad. He's still trying to explain his way out these pictures.
got more than me, who already done did shit, who already done been through stuff.
Now,
Oh man. So yeah, we finally finished that. Amulet psychics and miracle rabbis, New York's forgotten Jewish occult. What do we have here? It says a new exhibition reveals how, despite biblical prohibitions on sorcery and divination, Jews from Eastern Europe to New York consulted miracle-working rabbis, psychics, and amulet makers to cure illness, locate missing husbands, and ward off evil. From June 29th, June 29th, yeah. So there's a bunch of bullshit mystic isms going on here where they're treating Gentiles as hostages and sex objects and murder objects and sacrifice objects and shit. And so these people, in order for the people who practice this type of witchcraft, they would have to be preying on a certain type of person. And that's what the Talmud teaches, is that if the person is not of the same type of cult member association, then they could be lied on in court and all type of shit. Yeah, they could steal from them, lie to them, all that shit. Like there's no immoral action against a Gentile according to these supremacists. These I guess they Hebrew supremacists or something, right? They're Hebrew supremacists, I guess. So they practice old ancient mysticism all the way since ancient times. And so that's all what we're seeing is the things that ancient people was into. And it's like they built on it and they created their own shit. Like they created their own way of worshiping Satan by adhering to laws that they learned from like original elements and shit, right? They just worked on and added to something. And this right here is wild, man, because it's pretty basic. You know, charms, amulets, like that's all primitive. And it's just a bunch of confusion, and it's art, really. It's just art. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely just art. But when people put they put their intention to it and make it witchcraft. So no thanks. Appreciate it. Elon Musk is crashing out badly, says Futurism from 5 hours ago. Over the weekend, Elon Musk publicly challenged anybody to cite a single name of someone who died as a result of him getting USAID last year during the weeks of the Trump administration. So now he trying to defend himself, trying to address the situation like he not guilty of that. So it caused HIV and AIDS and malaria to spike. So yeah, man, like, yeah, the USAID cut. And now he calling people a piece of shit because of that, but it's true. What a loser, man. Scumbag. Maggot. You know, straight maggot rake. Hillary humiliates Trump where it hurts the most and the entire world can see. What did she do this time? Donald Trump has come under renewed criticism after Hillary Clinton used a series of photos to question both his Great American State Fair and the troubled renovation of the Lincoln Memorial Reflecting Pole. The former Secretary of State shared a slideshow on X featuring images of what appeared to be sparse attendance at the fair, along photographs showing workers inside the reflecting pool as they dealt with algae-filled water. Clinton paired the images with a sharp political attack. Why can't Trump clean a pool or throw a real 250th party? It's not just incompetence, it's also corruption. Yeah, he getting booed. Boo. I mean, go ahead. Let all the people cleanse them sins from using Trump as the doormat. Like, scorch Trump and let them all be cleansed. Scorch Trump. He's Azazel. He's the one that we should use to throw in the purifying fire. So Jaden Smith been called out for inappropriate behavior. Weirdo. So yeah, was a creep. They said that the Ark Covenant was discovered We out of here, man. The AI going too far. We out of here, man. Peace and salute. Hold on. Let me see the chat. Yeah, we out. Be safe.